We're a 270 hectare sheep and beef farm just north of Marton. So here we run two stud operations, one Boombank Herefords, we sell yearling bulls to dairy farmers, and Wiltshire and composite shedding sheep flock, which is the main focus of our business.
We're very future focused in terms of genetics, and that we're looking at a way to continue to add a high value product to the sheep industry in New Zealand, and that's complemented also by the diversification elements of our farm business as well. So I think we wear a lot of hats, but it's bundled up really beautifully in a little package that is the Gullies. We're a pretty typical FMG client in many ways, in that previous generations that we're descended from were with FMG as well. My family has certainly always been with FMG, as has Richard's, and just the ongoing support and the trust that the FMG brand has is something that we want to honour and keep working with.
Feels like we're standing on ground zero, a bit of an apocalypse after the last storm, and lots of trees down and quite a bit of damage to infrastructure as well as power network. So, well, probably the first phone call was to FMG, because you sort of think, where do you start? And it was a good phone call and stepped us through the process of back to recovery. So it's always a marathon, not a sprint after an event, but you've got to start somewhere, and how do you eat an elephant one mouthful at a time, and it was a good place to start.
I think that FMG recognises that we're a farm business, and we need to get on and have that business continuity aspect, sorted pretty promptly after a disaster like the one that we've just been through. And the fact that they recognise that, they've got systems in place, they've got working day turnarounds, all of those things are necessary for a company that size. However, they recognise that we needed the green light to, keep moving, and the fact that they were able to indicate that our claims were underway, that the support was there, that we didn't need to fret or worry. It just meant that we had faith in the FMG system, and we're Federated Farmers members as well. So that's that partnership, I guess, was even more solidified, knowing that that support was there on many levels, whether it was behind the farm gate or at an industry level through Rural Support Trust as well.
What I quite like FMG is sitting down and talking with a person every year, and normally that's to go over how much can you trim out of your insurance bill and what do you need to relook at. But also it's a good opportunity to actually discuss the risks and the hazards, and we really do need support. And so, it's just part of the annual review, I think, and part of that process moving forward. I think having the documents to fall back on, like a health and safety document or an app that you can communicate with staff or contractors or people on site. When the power went down here, it actually took 3 days before PowerCo could come in and turn the wires off. And when you see the electric wires dangling onto your fences and you've got two little kids trying to keep them away, but you're acutely aware of who's coming in the front gate, and we had beekeepers arriving, hunters wanting to arrive, and other people to pick up wool or whatever, and all of a sudden it reinforced how important your health and safety and communicating the hazards via your processes to outside people.